Don't do shorts. Don't do short form content. It is...
Channels that publish shorts see a greater long-form performance than if they hadn't.
Shorts don't convert very well.
Are shorts just a shiny distraction, or do they actually help you grow? I know they can get you views, and they also get you subscribers, but to me, the real question is, do they help you build an audience, or are we just feeding the algorithm? Because I know deep down inside, you're also wondering, is this just a massive waste of time? Or is it the road to sustainable growth? So in this video, I'm gonna give you a dead simple answer to why and when to create short form content and when to just double down on the thing you actually love making. Hey, just in case you're new here, my name is Valentine and this is Orbit for Creators, a channel where we forget the algorithm and create with friends. When I started this channel about 2 years ago, everybody kept telling me, just make shorts. It's the fastest way to grow. And I have some friends who really made a career off of this. But did they just get lucky, or did they figure out something that I didn't? Because so far my strategy has been to clip moments from the conversations that I think would resonate and post them as short form. But it didn't seem to have any effect on the audience or on views on the long form content, the thing that I actually care about. So I had to wonder, is this something that I do? Is it the format, or am I missing something here? Or is this whole thing just completely overhyped, and is it okay to ignore for me? To answer this question, I talked to a bunch of creators this year and people that work with creators. But as you can tell, no two answers are the same. For example, Ariel, she's a crafting creator and has over 100,000 subscribers. Here's what she told me flat out about shorts.
Well, short form content is an amazing opportunity, but it will bring things that you don't want on your main channel. I'm speaking as someone who does long form content on YouTube. I've known people who have kind of messed up their channel because of that. If you have things that go viral, sure, it will bring plenty of eyes, maybe plenty of subscribers, but they came from short form content. And then your channel looks like you have 1 million subscribers with very bad views. And so it's not good for your reputation. And it looks like, is she making bad videos because the subscribers are not watching her videos?
But then Charles gave me a whole different perspective on the impact. And he doesn't just know one creator. He manages over 24 creators, and I think has probably a better view of the platform than most.
If you're approaching it as a content strategy, you're making independent, separate shorts that you think people are then going to come to your long form for. That's like sending emails with jokes in them and you're in a supermarket. Whereas short form videos, which are of and about your long form content, that is a marketing funnel that does work.
But then again, Jackie is a podcast producer, the thing that I make, and
Shorts don't really convert very well. You're getting people in a place where the behavior is to pass on to the next thing and to get those like quick hits. It's very difficult to convert people to listeners through that. I don't think it's a fruitless effort. I think that there is value in it. But I personally think that there are better ways to take advantage of YouTube as a video podcaster.
So you can see just between the three of them, there's a lot of different opinions. So who is actually right here? Because I definitely seen short form content work, like really work. For example, my friend Justin, he posted original short form content for 30 days straight. And that is what launched his creator career and what allows him now to make an income from it.
The landscape for short form right now has evolved so much and so fast.
Yeah.
From the time that I did that 30-day thing.
Yeah. And I know a few other people who started on YouTube and then an Instagram video took off and now they're focusing all their attention on that.
This video, for whatever reason, it's now at 2.1 million on Instagram. And I've never had that before. In one video, my follower count on Instagram jumped from like 1,000 to, I think I checked today, and I think it's right at 8,000.
But the goal here is not to go viral. because short form content can create a really sharp spike that drops off just as fast, that leaves you feeling empty and directionless. It doesn't bring in any new comments, any people that care, and no new opportunities. It's just a number on the dashboard that makes all the metrics make even less sense. But what I found out, there's really two main ways to use short form content. Either you are a short form creator, that is your bread and butter, that is your brand, that is what you enjoy creating. Or you use it as a marketing tool to create awareness for something that you want people to care about. And confusing the two is really what creates burnout fast. And so early this year, I flat out said no more short form content. To just focus on the podcast, create the best conversations for creators I can make. Because you can get thousands, millions of views that don't lead anywhere. And that is really what frustrated me the most. Spending time on something that didn't have any kind of impact. But then, of course, something changed. The guys who were editing the intros on my last season asked me if I just wanted to experiment with shorts. They would create custom-made short-form content to see if it can have an impact, if you actually put attention in it.
There is something about audio that also creates a lot of safety.
And then I had a conversation with Charles that really changed my perspective. Because the thing is, in the back end, you can see if people clicked on the link and went to the long form video. And that is what Jackie said. The conversion is terrible. You don't see a direct connection between the short form content and the long form content. But if somebody who manages dozens of creators tells me he can see long form views rise in the time they post short form content, I'm thinking there has to be something there.
Channels that publish shorts not infrequently see a greater long form performance than if they hadn't.
And this is what leads us to now, creating a new 90-day experiment where I create short form content with intention and tracking the results, seeing if it actually has an impact. Not just spraying and praying, but creating a system and seeing if it has an impact. Not just posting clips, but creating tiny experiments. And you might have already seen some of those videos. Right after I went to press publish, I posted some dedicated short form content.
I think success today for me is like...
All those interviews with creators are just bite-sized versions of what I do here on the long form channel. And I want to see if that gives people a taste and brings more awareness to what I do over here. So for the next 90 days, I'll be posting intentional short form content about 3 times a week and really track the results across platforms. And the best thing is you can be a part of that, because the spreadsheet where I track all of this is going to be linked down below, and you can see for yourself if it has an impact or not. And one more thing that is really going to help me with all of this, to spend less time but make better content, is a tool from another creator. Mr. Alex Tech created something called Magic Subtitles, and all the subtitles you have seen in this video have been made with this tool in way less time than I would normally spend on making this kind of animation. So if you are in the camp short form or just want to have cooler subtitles, there's also a link down below where you can find out more about it. You can test it for free. But if this is something for you, just make sure to let him know that I sent you. So as so often, this isn't a black or white decision, a yes or no. This whole thing made me reframe the question from should I post shorts to why would I post shorts? Because if you are a short form creator and this is what you thrive in, this is what your canvas is, go for it. That is awesome. But if they don't, you can also just stop and focus on what matters to you. Because the thing is, with growth for growth's sake is never the goal. There's nothing behind it. The thing is, you want to have alignment with what you do. And sometimes the most strategic thing is to let go. And sometimes it is about creating a controlled experiment where you are looking for an outcome. Because shorts, like many things, are just a tool. Use them if they serve your strategy, but if they're draining you, it's totally okay to stop.
But shorts are just one tool successful creators know how to use. If you want to know what separates them from people that stay stuck, watch this video next to learn how top creators actually grow, make money, and avoid burnout.